here's how you open files. I've already put a picture of a baby elephant on my desktop, and here you can see it over there. But we need to find some methods for doing this from Photoshop, for opening it up. Now, if you open up, by the way, this will work on Mac or PC. If you click on something like this that says JPEG, okay, that's .jpg. Okay, if I just double click on it, it's not going to open up Photoshop. It opens up a program called Preview on the Mac, and it will open up, I don't even remember what it opens up on the Windows side, but it's not Photoshop. Okay, so we're going to have to work around this. Now that's a cute picture, but it's not working for us, so I'm going to quit this. And I'm going to go down into my dock, and you can see, if I move my cursor out of the way there, you can kind of see there underneath the PS icon, there's a little bit of a blue shadow there, which tells you, it's one of the ways to tell you that Photoshop is currently running in the background. It's just not visible at the moment. Okay, so all we've got to do is just click on this icon, boom, Photoshop comes back, and you can see that I've got the empty file that I made there earlier. This is very simple. We're now going to open the file, so go to the File menu, go to Open, and you're going to get a dialog window here. Now we know that the elephant picture is on my desktop, so I'm going to go over to the left here, click on Desktop, and you can see that baby elephant picture is there, so I can do one of two things. I can single click on this, click, and then click Open, or I can just double click baby elephant here, just like that, and boom, it shows up in Photoshop. That's great. By the way, here's a way to close the window. I could hit the keyboard shortcut for closing a document, which should be Command W, or I could click on this little X right over here. Same thing. Okay, now we're going to try something else. I'm going to hide Photoshop. The keyboard shortcut for this is Command Control H. That will hide Photoshop temporarily. This is why you don't need to move the Photoshop window around much, is that if you use your keyboard shortcuts well, you really don't have to. Okay, now you can do this next thing on Windows or Mac, but here's how it goes. We're going to take this baby elephant JPEG, and I'm going to drop it on the Photoshop icon. This is called drag and drop. Boom, it's open. Now Windows will do this as well, but I find that Windows wants you to take another step. There's like a little thing that shows up in the icon if you've got it down in the bar at the bottom, and it will ask you to do a pin, and then it will open up the file itself. But that's how you open files in Photoshop. One thing I forgot to tell you earlier is that the third way to open a file is to open a file that is clearly a .psd file. That means that Macs and Windows will recognize that as a Photoshop document. So all you should have to do is just double click the file itself. The operating system says, oh, that's a .psd, you must want to open Photoshop. And it opens in Photoshop.